Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the two notifications issued by Central Board of Indirect Tax and Customs, that is notification number 55/2020 and notification number 56/2020. What is done in this notification? It is just an extension of a date. So what is written in the notification? That notification number 55 is nothing but regarding amending the notification number 35/2020. So in notification number 35/2020, wherever the word is written 29 June, said word is replaced by the word 30th August, and whenever the word is written 30th June, the said word is replaced by 31st August 2020. Now we will understand what is given in a notification number 35/2020. So the notification number 35/2020 is issued during the first lockdown, that is issued on 3rd April 2020 to extend the various return filing date. Now what is given we will understand. Here in notification number 35/2020, it is given that where the time limit for completion of compliance by any authority or by any person has been falls within the period 20th March to 29th June. Now instead of 29 June, we have to read as a 30th August. So where the time limit for compliance of any action by authority or a person falls between the period 20th March to 30th August, and where such compliance has not been made, then the time limit for completion of a compliance shall be extended to 31st August. We have to read 30th June as a 31st August. So what is the conclusion of the notification number 55? अगर आपको कोई भी कंप्लायंस करना था 20th मार्च से 29 जून, जो कि एक्सटेंड होके 30th अगस्त हो गई, मतलब आपको कोई भी कंप्लायंस करना था 20th मार्च से लेके 30th अगस्त तक और आपने वह कंप्लायंस नहीं किया है, तो वह कंप्लायंस आप 31st अगस्त 2020 तक कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द एक्सटेंशन गिवन बाय नोटिफिकेशन नंबर 55. नाउ for what purpose this extension is given? The extension is given for the purpose of completion of any proceeding or passing the order or issuing any notice, intimation, notification, sanction, approval or any other action by whatever name called by any authority, commission, tribunal, etc. Further, the said notification is also for the purpose of extending the time limit for filing any appeal, reply or application or furnishing any report, document, return, statement, etc. However, the most important thing that now the extension time limit is not applicable for the provision of the related section as mentioned below. So the extension is not applicable for compliance of provision of a chapter 4. So what is the chapter 4? Chapter 4 relates to the ITC, that is input tax credit. So for the purpose of compliance related to the input tax credit, that is chapter 4, this extension is not applicable. Further, said extension is also not applicable for the section 10 subsection 3. What is section 10? It is related to the composite supply. So the said extension is not applicable for the purpose of subsection 3 section 10. Further, the said extension is not applicable for the procedure of registration given under section 25. Said extension is not applicable for the special provision or procedure for the purpose of registration of a casual taxable person or a non-resident taxable person given under section 27. Said extension is not applicable for the purpose of a provision of a tax invoice given under section 31 of the CGST Act. Further, the said extension is not applicable for section 37 or a 47 and a 50. What is section 37? Section 37 is regarding GSTR 1. So, for the purpose of section 37, the extension is not granted. What is section 47? 47 is relating to the late fee and 50 is related to interest. So, for the section 37 that is related to GSTR 1, section 47 that is related to the levy of late fee, and section 50 that is related to the interest for a late payment. For these three sections also, the extension is not applicable. Further, under section 69, power to arrest is given. Under section 90, liability of the partner of the firm. Under section 122, that is the penalty in case of a certain non-compliance is given. And section 129, that is related to detention, search or a seizure for any goods or a conveyance in a transit. So, for this section also, the extension is also not granted. Next, and a most important, it is related to the GSTR 3B, that is section 39. So, the extension is not granted for a compliance of a provision of section 39 that is related to the GSTR 3B. However, it is with exception to the subsection 3, 4 and 5 of section 39. So, what is section 39 subsection 3? It is related to the person who is filing return under section 51, that is related to the TDS. So, the extension is granted to the person who is filing the TDS return under section 39 subsection 3. Further, extension is granted to the input service distributor who is filing said return under section 39 subsection 4, and further the extension is granted to the non-resident taxable person who is filing the return under section 39 subsection 5. So, the said extension is not for the purpose of GSTR 3B. Understand? Next, further, the said extension is not applicable for the purpose of section 68 so far as the provision relating to the e-way bill is concerned. So, as and when section 68 talks about e-way bill, so for e-way bill related points, the extension is not granted under section 68 here. Further, any rules made for above section we have discussed for which the extension is not granted, for the rules made thereunder also extension is not granted. Next, where the e-way bill generation under section 138 of the Act and the period of validity expire during the period 20th March to 15th April, the validity of such e-way bill is deemed to be extended till 30th April 2020. तो जो भी ई वे बिल की वैलिडिटी 20th मार्च से 15 अप्रैल के बीच में एक्सपायर हो रही थी, उसकी वैलिडिटी 30th अप्रैल तक बढ़ा दी गई थी. ओके, दिस वाज द डिस्कशन फॉर नोटिफिकेशन नंबर 55/2020 which is amending the notification number 35/2020. Now we will discuss the notification number 56/2020. It is related to the refund order. So here the notification is issued for the purpose of amending the notification number 46/2020. So under this notification, wherever the date is mentioned 29 June, the date is read as a 30th August, and wherever the date is mentioned 30th June, the date will be read as a 31st August. So now we will come back to the original notification, that is notification number 46/2020. So notification /46/2020 that is issued on a 9th June, which talks about the refund related case, whereas if your refund is rejected whether in a full or a part and the notice is issued under section 54(5) or a 54(7), and where the time limit for issuing such notice as well as the reply is come between the 20th March to 29 June. Now this 29 June will be read as a 30th August. So where the time limit falls between 20th March to 30th August, in such case the time limit for issuance of such order will be 15 days after receipt of reply from the applicant or 31st August 2020, whichever is later. So for the purpose of refund order under section 54 subsection 5 or 54 subsection 7, the time limit will be 15 days from the date of reply received or 31st August 2020, whichever is later. So this was the discussion for a notification number 55 and 56 issued by Central Board of Indirect Tax and Customs. Thank you.